Right. Good afternoon, everyone. We are live, and thank you again for joining us. Today, it's a very important and significant discussion we are doing. In fact, I remember from last, I think, around 3 years, we are working on medical cannabis. And there are so many medicines, so many companies, so many forms are there. But when I started studying about medical cannabis, I found that in many forms like edible, tincture, oral, all these forms, there is one form, if any one of you can study, that is having one of the highest bioavailability in human beings, and that is through the vape or through the steam inhalation and that form. The problem here is with this herb, we all know that when we talk about vape or when we talk about steam form, the recreational aspect is being linked. But in our Ayurveda, thousands of years back, our acharyas have already mentioned about Dhoompan Vidhi, in which we can inhale the medicated dhoom, or that is smoke, and we can get benefited. Actually, smoking due to nicotine and due to tobacco has been labeled in a very negative way. But if you see that in the positive way, like in the other pathies, there are so many forms of medicated smoke is available, which people are having, and the same applies to Ayurveda as far as the Dhoompan is concerned. So today we'll be talking about that as well. But prior to that, I would like to again congratulate and appreciate. I think he has been with us in many sessions in past as well. But this is one of the standalone session to focus on this particular aspect, that is Dhoompan. So I welcome Harshal Goyal, founder the Trost brand, and thank you again, Harshal, for joining today. And we have Dr. Nandita as well from Trost. So first, I will request Harshal. So the first question, or maybe my query to you is, why exactly you thought, or why exactly you had this idea that you have to be in the medical cannabis fraternity or this particular domain? Any specific reason, any specific thought? And on and the same note, you can also answer the second part of this question, and don't mind, because there are so many companies, there are so many brands, there are so many products available. So why you people are different, and how you people are different from that? So please, let's have this understanding about these two aspects from you, Harshal, and then we'll move to the technical discussion with Dr. Nandita regarding this particular therapy and this particular domain of medical cannabis, that is Dhumpan. Over to you, Harshal. And thanks again for joining. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Piyush, for the kind introduction and hosting us. So, our company is called The Trust. We basically manufacture three different categories of products pertaining to hemp seeds, hemp nutrition, and then we also do CBD oils, which is cannabis leaf extracts. And we also are focused into a smoke therapy product, which is our Dhoom Yog product. Now, Dhoom Yog can be translated to smoke therapy in English. Now, this is something that we do specifically for the market, for the Indian market, and we're India's first legal manufacturers of this product. So in Ayurveda, there is something known as a purification process. Now, this purification process can be referred to as Dhoom Yog, Dhoom Dandika. Dhoom Dandika simply refers to smoke sticks. Now, the benefits of these smoke sticks or smoke therapy or Dhoom Yog, as you may call it, the main benefit is it is one of the fastest methods of experiencing the benefits that we're trying to provide. Now, what benefits are those? Hemp in itself is a herb which provides a lot of medical benefits. So it can help you with respiratory tract issues. It can help you with breathing difficulties. It can help you with combat. It can help you in aiding and combating stress, anxiety. So with these benefits, usually users want to experience them on an immediate basis. When you ingest something, it takes a while for you to really, for it to react, right? It will take 15, 20 minutes at the minimum for one's body to digest it and for it to go into your bloodstream. But when you actually consume or inhale any vapor of sorts, what it does is it directly goes into your bloodstream, and it allows it to act really fast, and it allows a user or a patient to experience the benefits of the herb immediately. So that's what we are focused at with Trost, and that's what we are aiming with our product as well. So we've been out and about for over a year now in the market, and we've been seeing some great response with some patients, who are using our smoke therapy. Now, what we do in our smoke therapy is also little out of the ordinary because we use herbs along with hemp leaves. We use herbs such as chamomile, lavender, verbena. So these herbs enhance the benefit of the cannabis plant and the leaves that we use in our plant. Now, how do we enhance it? So when there's a combination when you actually mix certain of these herbs, they create a sort of endorphin effect, which causes and creates a lot of respiratory tract benefits for the users trying to consume them. So now, also these herbs are all imported from Switzerland. They're all MSDS certified, and we of course use no tobacco, no nicotine in the product to make it more friendly and of course to give the maximum benefits. This can also be used for de-addiction Dr. V, just to answer your second part of the question, how this can help the patients, etc. So this can help with the de-addiction, and it can help combat anybody looking to give up nicotine, tobacco, along with any other drugs that they might be used to. Over to you, Dr. Piyush.
Right, Harshal. Thank you so much for these inputs, and I think this is a very significant piece of information which you have shared. And we need to understand in our medical cannabis practice also, we have seen that many times people are coming with issues and they need quick solutions. And as this particular form of dosage is giving the best bioavailability, so the results are also fast and quite effective. So I request all the doctors and all the professionals who are listening this session and who have joined us, and maybe they will listen after this as well, please let us know. Please, you can post your name, details, address and all, or maybe your email id or contact number or whatever, or otherwise I will ask also my digital team to post the concerned person name and details in the comment section of this video, because again, the idea is just not to create the awareness, but the idea is just to connect them so that this particular medicine will reach to each and every practitioner who are like healing patients, and this can help the patient. So our motto and our aim of this platform, that you all know, Indian Vadyas, right now just we are live on 8 platforms. We are live on YouTube as well, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, everywhere we are live. And our aim and motto is to spread the awareness as well as to connect you with the companies who are doing like these kind of achievements they have. They are the first in India, as Harshan mentioned. So this should be promoted in an ethical way, in a legal way. I request all the medicines should be given only under the medical supervision. Uh, we are not supposed to take anything without prescription. So please have this with prescription of an Ayurveda doctor. Get guidance and get training of how to use, and what to use, where to use, what kind of dose, and so many aspects are there. So on that note, I will request Dr. Nandita also. I think she has taking care of the patients at Trust. So maybe she can quickly share her inputs as well about the journey, about how she is handling the cases, and what exactly the results are there if she will be able to convey us. So over to you, Dr. Nandita, for your inputs. Thank you.
Hello, Dr. Piyush. Hello, everyone. Thank you for the kind introduction. So, like Dr. Piyush said, I am here with the trust for about a year now, and we have been looking after the patients who are coming to us with several, indeed, several of the difficulties, whether it is post-COVID relaxations, whether it is mental health illness, or basic general life dealing with corporate culture, breathing issues, or dealing with the addictions, like Harshal also mentioned. So, I'll be sharing a overview of this. So, we are targeting wellness and health through hemp and Dhoompan. And our basic target is to synchronize the physical health, mental health, spiritual health, and the emotional health of the people. Like Dr. Pish also said, that the bioavailability of the any drug is enhanced when it is taken through oral or smokable route. Likewise, I'll be telling you that the Dhoom Yog is acting upon the respiratory health, whether it is cough, dry cough, or productive cough, rhinitis, sinusitis, whether it is simple bronchitis or bronchial asthma, dyspnea, or sleep apnea. For the nicotine smokers, it acts upon lung detoxification as well as cutting down the cravings of the people because it interacts with the bonds of of the nervous system that have been bonded. So we have seen patients responding to these very well. They are chain smokers above 30 cigarettes per day, and they have given us good results within 3 months. So this was an achievement for us as well. And whether it is a general well-being, like I earlier told
Yeah,
you,
just to interrupt
sleeplessness
you,
is
Dr. Nandita. Yeah, just to
yeah.
interrupt you, Dr. Nandita here. One experience I also want to share here as far as the de-addiction is concerned. See, in our clinic also we have seen that we need to understand when somebody is smoking, and as Dr. Nandita mentioned that he or she is smoking like a frequency of sometimes 20, 25, 30 cigarettes in a day, or whatever. So point is when we ask about de-addiction, so there are ways and there are people who are trying to do de-addiction, but this is a very easy and very simple way that you are replacing the cigarettes with another cigarette, which they say that okay, it's looking like a cigarette, it's technically a cigarette, but cigarette does not mean that it is having the nicotine. Cigarette does not mean that it is having the harmful chemicals, and cigarette does not mean that it is having a negativity. In fact, it is having a positive impact on your health. It is in fact on the one side the typical cigarette which is having nicotine, which is having tobacco, which is having other chemicals are causing cancer, and this can help you in preventing the cancer or maybe reducing the effects if it is there, and it has been proven in the research studies. So first of all, we need to understand that it is an excellent tool, an excellent medicine, an excellent solution for de-addiction. Second is it can help you in reducing the chances of cancer, and third is see ultimately end of the day people um, why people are doing smoking and why people are doing all these kind of addictions. We need to understand that due to the imbalance in the psychological health or the mental health, and this particular herb will definitely uh, creates a balance. And the problem here is the people are confused. It is not a ganja or a charas, by the way. Let me clarify and let me put a disclaimer on this. It is not a recreational use which we are promoting here on this platform or on this session. It's a medical use under a medical doctor. You have to take it, but it is having excellent effects in your stabilizing your mental balance. That people can quit after some time this medicine also, and it's not giving them any kind of addiction. It's not that we are doing a de-addiction from a particular substance or from a particular cigarette and we are making them addict to another cigarette. No, it's not causing them any kind of addiction. And many times for with Dhoom Dantika, we have seen from Cross that patients are taking for some time and they are also not taking and they are fine. It's not that they are craving for it and every day they have to take that. So that simple information we need to just understand when we are talking about de-addiction and detoxification with Dhoom Yoga and Dhoom Dandika. So that is very crucial, and we all as doctors need to understand that first, and then we can convey that to the patient as well. Please continue, Dr. Anta.
Sure. So I was talking about the corporate culture as well. So this corporate culture has like marked a high imbalance on the sleep issues and stress, the anxiety, the performance pressure, meeting the deadlines. So this all has triggered anxiety in people, and they are not able to think well. They are not able to perform well, and ultimately they are getting a lot of anxiety. So this is a vicious cycle which is being developed. And taking the hemp rollins at that time, the Dhoom Nandikas, it has seen that the effect of the anxiety, the stress on the spot has been decreased, and people are able to perform better in their work zone, in their family zone. So overall, it has helped them with their correcting the sleep patterns, correcting their overall health. So next we see how it is working upon the body. So in Ayurveda we have seen this that nasa hi shirso dwaram. So if any drug has to reach the head, so it has to go through the nasal route or the oral route. So here, when we are smoking, so we can either smoke it like a cigarette, or we can either inhale it like an incense stick. Like many people are there who are confused, like they do not want to smoke. So you can also inhale it like an incense stick. You can hold it and inhale it. So what is it doing? It is acting upon the pranavayu of the body, and it is reaching the head where it is the central nervous system, and also in Ayurveda it is the seat for prana. It is the seat for all the metabolism, all the activities going around in the body. And in the modern therapy also it is shown that it is acting upon the vascular system and the lymphatic system of the body, through which it is reaching all the body, like whole of the body. Now we have two variants, the erdioleans and the woodiolans. So in layman's language, you can say that the erdiolan is the milder one and woodiolan is a stronger component. It has five, the earthy rolling has five components, five herbs. Hemp leaf is the major part, which is about less than 50%, and rest four are the chamomile, peppermint, verbena, and lavender. These four are anti-inflammatory, anti-stress. So these are acting upon the respiratory system as well as the mental health. And since we know that our mental health is correlated with our digestive system directly, so it is acting upon indigestion, IBS, GERD syndromes. And woody rolling, which I told you that it is a stronger counterpart, it has approximately more than 60% of hemp leaf. Rest is damiana and lavender. Damiana is a sleep-inducing herb. It is a relaxing agent, and it is also promoting the sexual health of the people. And lavender is again anti-stress and anti-inflammatory. So this is basically we can give it as a higher version of pain modulator. So whenever there is chronic pain like symptoms, migraine or RA, so we can have this budirolan at that time. It is also improving the sleep patterns of the people. So they're able to sleep well in time, wake up fresh, and the dopamines are they are in synchronized with the melatonin, so they are being released nicely. So these roll-ins, now I'm talking about the composition. So these roll-ins are of the international quality. We are deriving this paper, which is chlorine free, free of any chemicals. This is imported from Poland, and the cannabis we are using, it is sourced from the Indian government itself, but the other herbs that are being used are from Switzerland. And this is it does not have tobacco, it does not have nicotine, and this is not creating any sort of tar. We are also not using any sort of binding agents, so these leaves are loosely bound, not tightly bound. And yeah, that's why it is not creating tar and not harming the lungs in any way. So for the doctors, we can prescribe it to people who are above 18 years age, because these are again smokables, and it needs to have a valid prescription from an Ayurvedic doctor. Please avoid using them in pregnant women and lactating mothers. That will be it from my end. Dr. Yush, you can take over. Thank you.
Yeah, I think you have beautifully covered. I just want to go back to one slide. So Nasa Hill Shirso Dwaram. So this I think we have already mentioned about the classical reference here, and as I said, it can connect both ways. Like I have said that in the modern research also, we have seen that the bioavailability and the efficacy of this particular herb or many other herbs are, like we all know about nebulizers, we all know about other form of oral inhalations which other pathies are using. And in Ayurveda, I think this particular aspect has been not explored much. So with this particular form of medicine and form of product we have, I think we should, all doctors and practitioners should focus and explore this particular aspect that our acharyas have already mentioned, and this is giving a tremendous result. So as far as entire aspect of medical cannabis, which my experience, which I have seen, why people are coming to medical cannabis, there are two, three reasons. Let's just quickly understand. Then we have some questions we will ask Harshal and Andita one by one, if any one of you can answer that. So in my experience, I have seen that why people are coming to medical cannabis. One is they need quick results, that is one, or maybe they have frustrated or irritated with whatever current therapies or treatments they are using, but they need now results in faster way. Second is they need a permanent solution also of their problem sometimes, and as it's a plant based solution which is safe, chemical free, so they always see these solutions in a like better way as compared to the other chemical solutions. In all those aspects, I request all the doctors, like for example, you can also consider this as a catalyst or maybe to start with. So Dhumdandika you can start, and then other medicines also you can give in parallel or in addition, and we have seen many times patients are getting very good results in that. So for example, respiratory system, after COVID we have seen so many patients are coming with issues in the respiratory system, and with this particular product as well as some other medicines we have seen very good results. So one question to you, Harshal, is like, as many doctors have inquired in past also. So what about the legalities and what about the overall, maybe as you as a company are ensuring that whosoever doctors are associated with you, so they will be rest assured that yes, as you said, that you have all the license in place. Still, if you can throw some more light about the legalities aspect and how trust will ensure that all the doctors who are doing business with them are pretty safe and are in the legal framework, and they will not have any issue. So please, if you can address that aspect as well. I
Sure,
think
sure.
there is a very significant information which everybody is looking from your end. Thank you.
Sure. So this is actually this question actually pops up more frequently than you would think it would. So with the legalities option, we have a license from the Ayush Ministry. All our products are licensed and manufactured in Ayush Ministry, and we have a license to sell this pan India, including a free sale certification. So any doctor, anybody who is keeping the products at the clinics or dispensing the product through a prescription, is 100% safe. We will give you all the license numbers. These can be also verified from the Ayush Ministry and from the government. So we have the cannabis that we buy. These are hemp leaves. So hemp leaves are completely legal in Ayurveda. It is the flowering tops which are banned, which come under NDPS. So hemp leaves have been used for centuries in Ayurveda, and they have loads of medical benefits. Now, because since it's hemp leaves, this has to be bought and procured directly from the government, and that's exactly what we do. So we directly buy the herbs from the government. So there's no case of any kind of pilferage. I would also like to add, Dr. Piyush, that this product of ours is non-psychoactive. So this is not going to cause anybody to be psychoactive, which means in layman terms, it can be roughly translated to getting high. So this is something which will not get anybody high, and this will not cause you to hallucinate or have any sorts of effects like that. So it's completely safe to use, completely legal to use, without any side effects, without any psychoactive effects in the nature.
Right, right. I think you have mentioned very well. And just to add on to this, as Arshal mentioned about the NTPS Act, so we need to understand anything which is having leaves and seeds are exempted from the NTPS Act. And we have already got the reply from the narcotics. We have filed an RTI to sort the clarification, and it's already being addressed. And they have mentioned again that any medicine, any product containing hemp seeds or leaves is not under the purview of NDPS Act. So that you need to understand. And as Harshal mentioned, that all of you can connect and take the details. And in fact, it should be there that whenever you are having on any kind of medicines or you are prescribing any kind of medicine to any patient of yours, please get the details, get the authentic references, the documents, and all those aspects as a clinician, so that you will be having that confidence, and your patients also will have that awareness that whatever they are using is pretty legal in our country, and they can safely use under your medical guidance, medical supervision, and a medical prescription. And any patient who are like right now seeing this live, or maybe not patient, a healthy individual also, sometimes you have anxiety, stress, you are not able to sleep well, so many aspects are there. So if you again, for example, I think many of you have are taking green tea or chamomile tea, lemongrass, you are just adding few drops in your water, in your tea. I think all these habits are these days going on. But when we talk about these kind of products like Dhoom Dandika, oh, it's like cigarette, or it's like some kind of a smoking. I don't think so. You should have that negativity, or you should have that negative aspect. It's not a tobacco or a nicotine. It's not any kind of addiction we are promoting here. It's not any kind of health harmful issues it will have on your health. As you can see, the company is so serious that they are procuring the other herbs from one of the best country like Switzerland, and they have the paper from Poland. So all these things, I think, whatever you are putting inside you, you have that international quality. I don't think so. You can get anything best from this. So if all these things are being addressed and being already taken care of, so please have this as well as maybe your part of life, and your if you are having all these issues like anxiety, stress, insomnia, so many things are there. Rather than going to the harmful solutions like alcohol or nicotine or tobacco, why not to have some better solutions, or those which are not having any harmful side effects in your life. So in that aspect also, as a clinician, I would also recommend, and if anybody will ask me to choose from the recreational aspect also, so I again, we are not recommending anything recreational here, but we will try to de-addict them, or we will try to diminish their harmful solutions which they are taking. On that note, I would request Dr. Nandita to maybe share her experience from the patients, as you must be dealing with several patients. So what exactly your experience, like for example, we are talking about right now addiction, we are talking about these psychological health issues these days which are gaining so much due to the stress, due to the lifestyle we have. So what is your experience with Dhoomdandika in those patients, or maybe the healthy individuals, if they have shared any feedback with you, Dr. Nandita?
Sure. So before sharing any other opinions or any other experiences, I'd be sharing my first experience. So when I joined Frost, I was curious. Like I asked Harshit if I could try it. At that time, I had no problems. I was pretty healthy at that time. So I tried it out, and it was like I was working efficiently. My time frame, my deadlines were met early. So I was working like very good. It was very quick everything. And then second experience was during the Mars, I got inflicted with bronchitis, and it was like I was having very poor cough. I was having sore throat. I was not able to breathe properly. So I again took two. Like I took one in one night, and another one I took in about 12 hours. So it was like I did not use any of the antibiotics. I did not use any of any other syrups or any other thing from the allopathy. I just used these Rollins, the Urdi Rollins to be in particular, and I was very up and about in just these 2 days. I was back to office. I was back to working well, and this was like I talked to Harshal about that, and he was like, "Wow, this is something nice." And talking about the patient's experiences, so I have this one good case, and she is a working mother, and this was after her second delivery. So she was going through postpartum depression, and she was working as well. She was taking care of the home chores, and she was very confused about what to do of the grown up child she is having. He was very cranky at that time. He was also going through that attention deficient phase due to the coming of the another child in the family. So she was very confused at that time. She was not able to sleep well because of the younger baby, and whenever she used to get up in the night after looking after the baby, she was not able to get back to sleep. This was a major concern, that her sleep cycle was erratic. She was getting confused. She was not paying proper attention to either home course or the work profile. And after taking the Rollins, she was taking two of Urdi Rollins and two of Woody Rollins throughout her day. And with time, she reduced the number, one of each per day. And within 2 weeks of time, she reported me that it was going well for her. She was able to complete her sleep cycle. She was not getting furious or angry at her babies, and she was able to pay attention to their needs individually. She was working well in her work profile also. So it was like we covered all of her zones. Like I told you, it covered her family zone, it covered her personal zone, her work profile. So everything was being covered here, and she was working like all the things she was doing well. And another case I had was this fracture patient, and he had like operate post operation. He was under this severe pain during the change of seasons, during the winters. He was not able to find that comfort. It was the pain was nagging him each and every time he moved out from his comfort zone, and painkillers he wanted to take, he had taken them, but again he complained that like whatever number of painkillers he is having, he's getting like he's not getting the optimum results he's looking out for. So he started with one woody roll-in with us per day, and he was doing well. In 2 weeks of time, he reported us with one early roll-in per day, and then he was doing fine. After 2 weeks of time, like after 1 month of starting with the Trost he reported us back with taking one Trost in 1 week. So this was like his pain was not there, and whenever like on over exertion, if the pain started, he took the Rolin and it was relieved immediately. So the main point was the immediate relief was there. Whether it is any problem, it is pain, it is the craving for smoking. I'll come back to that also. I have one more interesting case study on that, and whether it is like the woman's case study I shared. So it was like immediate relief was observed by the people. And for the
Nice.
smoking, for this smoking case study, I wanted to share this person is there, and he is 44 years of male. He used to smoke about 35 cigarettes per day, and he was under chronic insomnia. He was not able to sleep well since 10 or 12 years of age because he was addicted to watching TV at night. So chronic insomnia was there, and chronic smoking was there. So after 2 months, like we were not able to communicate with him before that, but he was continuously taking the Trost Rollins. So after 2 months of time, he reported us that his cigarette consumption has come down to 4 per day, and he's taking five Trost Rollins per day total. Two Erdis plus three Woodies, like alternatively. He's taking this number and four nicotine cigarettes, which he is targeting to bring down to zero in next 1 month. After 1 month, when we reported, his insomnia was relieved. He was able to sleep well. His crankiness was relieved. There were no signs of drug withdrawal or smoking withdrawal, and he was able to cut down on nicotine cigarettes well.
Nice, nice. I think excellent effects you have seen on your patient. And see, the only message I want to convey here, and we like to proceed for the conclusion of this session. I was just noting down. I think at one point of time, around 270, 280 people are watching us live right now. So I request all of you to just simply understand one message from whatever case studies Dr. Budiraja has shared, Dr. Nandita has shared just with us. That see this particular product and any in fact medicine or any product in the world having good quality herbs, good quality ingredients, which I think the trust, the found under the guidance of founder Herschel and the entire team are ensuring that see it's not that they are doing anything different. They are just what they have done is they have compiled and they have ensured that whatever the best quality herbs you people can get, that is there under one medicine. The form which is proven is quite effective, that is the vape form or the smoking form, and they have created this kind of medicine under the principles of Ayurveda, that is Dhoompan and Dhoomdantika. So I think they have done this remarkable like product development where they have bought the international quality under the umbrella of Ayurveda. I think that is a remarkable and very significant aspect which we need to understand. And whenever somebody will have this kind of a premium quality medicine, definitely these kind of effects and these kind of like solutions they will get. And I again I'm very much pleased and happy to understand today. And definitely I will also accelerate, and I will also in my own practice also I will definitely take these inputs from the today's session, and I request all the doctors also to take this. we are exhaustively practicing medical cannabis. Still, I think these learnings which we had today, and I again congratulate you, Dr. Nandita, at this young age. You are doing an excellent work for the entire fraternity, and I think all the Ayurveda doctors should get motivation from you. And again, thanks to Harshal, the founder of Frost, for ensuring this particular quality that we are getting in our country, our India. That I think the vision of our Prime Minister that we should make in India and we should take it to the world. So I think this is the time that you people should also focus on exporting this to the entire world as well, because this is our heritage. This is our plant mentioned as one of the plant and one of the five plants in the Vedas as well. So why not a product from our country, India, our own state, that is Uttar Pradesh, being manufactured and going to the entire world and helping people to heal, helping people to get rid of the bad effects of the various kind of addictions, the various kind of psychological and mental health. So let's spread this across with our platform. We will ensure that this video, this session will definitely be shared to the entire country and to the entire world. We have doctors from US, Canada, Australia, Europe, many part of the world are already connected to our platform. And I will definitely be sharing this particular link to all of them to understand more about this particular product, to understand more about this medicine, and then maybe we can talk over. So then, it will be good and it will be beneficial for all of us. So I request again to the my digital team and to the entire team of Trust also to post their details, maybe their contact number, email IDs, or whatever you want to share. Please ensure that it is there in our comment box so that we can connect you all of. And I also request all the doctors, all the professionals, all the healthcare professionals who are seeing this video to share their interest and their overall connects with our team so that we'll be able to connect you with the company. We don't work on commission model. We always convey this. We are just promoting ethically to all of you, which we have also seen the results personally. Many times I have ensured that first let's have our results in clinic, and then we will come up to you with these kind of companies. And with Trust, as we have associated in a long way now, and we have seen that the quality is an excellent. They also have hemp seeds, hemp seed oil, another form of medical cannabis medicines also, which you can always explore and take it forward. And we will be coming up with detailed session of each and every medicine product case studies also. Dr. Nandita, I request that you have a detailed each case study we can discuss in one session in detail moving forward, so that doctors can get the learning about the dosage, about the way they can handle a particular disease. So let's have each case study now on regular basis. The three case studies which you have mentioned today, I would request please prepare each case study in detail, and accordingly we can take it forward. So on that note, I will conclude this session, and again I request and I again uh, we are very much excited to have these kind of support we are getting. In a very short notice we announced this event, and as I can see right now also around 250 people are watching us live. So thank you so much all of you for this kind of support, and again thanks to Harshal for taking this
Thank you,
initiative. And
Dr. Piyush, for the initiative and hosting us. We really love what you've done with the platform, Indian Vedas, and Hemp Vedas. It is a great initiative for the entire medical cannabis industry. And it is a great initiative for the doctors and the patients around us to be more educated and get more awareness about the medical benefits of the cannabis plant. It is a great initiative, and thank you so much. And coming back to your export question, we are also looking and working on the export bit. Uh, it'll be soon that you'll see Trost in shelves across the globe.
thanks, looking forward. Thanks, Dr. Nandita. See you again. Thank you.
Thank you so much.